call 219 here. And yes, I'm still in my clothes because I'm making back-to-back videos, but this is totally different from the last one you watched. So it's the Christmas season. We're all having fun. We all hung out with the families. Hopefully you did. We all got Christmas gifts. Now, usually, Cindy will buy me a gift and I'll buy her something. It is what it is. But the last, I guess, month and a half, almost 2 months, 3 months, I would even say, I've been looking at night vision stuff. And I'm telling you, night vision stuff is not cheap. It's starting around $7.99 all the way up to about $17, $18, almost $2,000 when you start getting in high-end stuff. And that's a problem for a dude that just works a 9 to 5 and gets paid literally trash money to do what he does. So Cindy went out and she got me a Christmas gift. Now, I told her I didn't need this gift. Save your money, put it towards something else, or just give me the money and I'll go and buy, something that I wanted, like a tree stand. I need another tree stand. Shouldn't sold my older one, but that's for another video. But, just give me the money and I'll go out. Don't waste your money. Don't, she's one of a kind. She's one in a million. And if you find somebody that's got a good heart like that, then, you're in a good spot in life. But what she bought me was this, and this is the Night Hero, what the hell they call these things? Binoculars, the makers from Atomic Beam and bulbhead.com. This is binoculars with a laser illumination technology. Let me say something about this product. Buying stuff that's the scene on TV. This guy right here, Hunter Ellis. I wouldn't have put my name or my face on this product and try to push it. And I'm going to go through these techniques. But this thing says it's perfect for nature, travel, and sporting events. Also perfect for home surveillance, night hiking, viewing nocturnal animals. And if you guys haven't watched my videos, go back into the channel, and I have chickens. And I've lost chickens this year. I've even lost my goose. There's a lot of little critters around here, and I didn't expect this much torture from them, but it's happened. If you go look at my Instagram especially, I trap raccoon after raccoon. In the end, these raccoons cost me a little over $100 for the cords that they destroyed and the garbage cans they ripped apart. They were just a big nuisance. I dispatched some of them, and then I gave them to other people to go let out somewhere else in the wild. I've tried every method, but it came down to me just dispatching them at that point. There was just so many. It was like a family. At one point, I'm coming around the corner. There's like 20 of them walking across the road towards the house. Everybody's having a great time. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, I need some night vision, and she went out and got these. I told her not to go do it. Save our money. We'll get something that's way better than what this is. But like a good person, she wanted to get me a Christmas gift. So again, I went through some of the things it's used for. And here it is. This is what it looks like out of the package. And it came with this goofy little letter. That's important. This is important, with a bunch of rules and things like that on it. Just looking at it, the rubber that's around there, as they're telling me that this has rugged construction, they kind of feel cheap compared to what I have over there on my other pair that's on my windowsill, my good pair. No, this isn't rugged construction. It's pretty plastic, and it's got hinges. If you can see it right here, it's got hinges, and that might create a problem, especially with it being the way it's developed. Another gripe that I have about it is, like, when you put it on a surface, it's not going to quite sit there because it has this little middle section in the binoculars with this, which is I think they're trying to market it as night vision, but we'll get into that. came with this cheap little lanyard thingy majigger. I don't know what you call this. I just call it a cheap piece of nylon. That's what that is. So, you know, don't bet everything on there. If you're going to use these, I would replace this and get some paracord or something to throw on there to make it a little bit more durable. Using them, I've already used them. I've already tried them out. Using them as binoculars works. Now, they're trying to tell me here on this box that it has a 10 times zoom. Well, it kind of does. But the bad thing about it, unless this thing isn't walking around like King Kong, it's very hard to pick stuff up. I mean, it'll zoom in there, but with this pair that I purchased, it's really hard to focus in on what I'm trying to look at. And getting it to line up with it only expanding this far, you know what I'm saying? Getting it to line up so I can see the image, you know, pretty good out of both lenses was pretty tough. When I did get it, it was just really gritty. I could see, you know, from my front porch all the way across the fields, whether it was in the front of the house or in the back. It was just really hard focusing on stuff unless it was gigantic, like a car, tractor, a hay bale, something like that. But if I'm looking at coyotes, foxes, even deer, you know, it's really hard to make those things out with just using the binoculars. Now, would it work? I guess in a pinch. You know, and again, I'm not throwing these in my shit hits the fan bag and bugging out with them. Definitely not. Grabbing my other pair. That's what I'm going to use. Or the optics on my firearms. So, and that's a little bit of a drawback, is not being able to focus and trying to get it to line up with the lenses. They talk about this as optical quality glass lenses. Man, maybe you should go take a look at Nikon Vortex or somebody like that really makes something, because again, they're not that good. This has a little space in there, and this is where you put 2 AAA batteries. So it runs on batteries if you want to use this little night vision thing that we're about to get to. It does, what do they call this thing on top? The center focus mechanism. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. And only one side, this side right here, works to kind of focus in a little bit more. This other side doesn't turn. I don't know if it's supposed to turn. I didn't like try and break it or anything, but this one turns. And I think it's probably to help you if you don't have an eye or something, you know, on your right side. I don't know what that's really for. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But it's a piss poor construction. Now, to get to the night vision, or the night binoculars as they call it, if you ever in the military, you know what night vision is. You know, night vision is you're gonna be really stealthy with it. It's not gonna show up. People aren't going to take your position, you know, by you using your night vision. It's stealth. That's why the military uses it. This is nowhere near it. I don't care what the company tries to say or what some dude other than me tries to sell you on. It's just not going to work. And I'll show you why. As I'm going to post it right back here on this wall. So you take this little button and you turn it on. So that's what you get. You get a laser, okay? And it's only about that big. It's only about that big. That's it, and it lights it up. Now, I've used these at night with this little light on there, okay? I've used that little light, okay? And it's really tough to pick up. I mean, the circle on it is so small, and again, trying to focus these, they look like flashlights, to tell you the truth. Focus in on it, really hard from a long ways away. Up close it works. You can see in there. But again, it's not night vision. You turn these on in a combat situation, you're probably going to get everybody in your unit shot at. And it's just not going to work for you. Not only that, I watched somebody who was pushing this product, and I don't think it was Hunter that's on this package, but he was referring like he was part of the company that said, you really shouldn't flash this laser in people's eyes, because you could damage, people's vision. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why the hell would I want to, have a pair of whatever these things are and damage things' vision? Just like looking at animals, they say you can see these little great for night, and the little trash pandas on there. It's great for them. I'm having a hard enough time with these things being actually able to see and tearing my shit up than just blinding them. Now I have, out of control raccoons that can't see shit. And if you've ever walked up on an animal that's wounded, they're not friendly. So making them blind, not friendly. It probably would work for me for deer hunting, but you can't deer hunt at night. And if you blind them, it might be a little bit easier to get them, but still, you can't hunt at night. So I don't see quite the the premise for it. And if you look on the bottom, there's an owl, and they're showing it with them looking at the back of the animal. Again, once you whip this beam on and you start whipping it around, because you can see it real well, and you start showing it, dude, that animal, first of all, that animal's going to look at you. You're going to have umpteen amounts of seconds in nanoseconds to shoot that animal, because the next movement it's going to do, it's going to take off. It's going to, fly, shoot the coop, man. It's not going to stay there and say, what's that green light? Is it aliens? No, it's not going to be like that. They're going to take off. They're going to get scared and they're going to take off. Trust me. I've seen it just using our normal flashlight. They'll sit there for a couple of seconds, but as soon as you do something, as soon as they see movement, boom, they're gone, man. Sometimes, as soon as you flick that light on, they'll look at you, boom, and they're gone. So I don't quite see how they can market this for hunting, and I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And things that they have on here, like this guy, look at that guy. Look at him. Now, if I see somebody coming through my door looking like that, first of all, he's not going to get a green light flash. He's going to get a flash from my optic on my on my handgun, and the next flash he's going to get is a 9mm round barreling towards him at umpteen amount of feet per second. He's not I'm not going to look at him through this light and hope the light blinds him and he stumbles about his way without vision. It's just not going to work that way. So again, that's another thing that's really skeptic of this kind of product. This as seen on TV stuff, and it has it right down there on the bottom. As seen on TV stuff, man, it's so hit or miss. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. It is so rare that I ever get anything from something that's seen on TV that works. I think I had a knife that worked for a good portion of the time, but then it dulled, and you can never sharpen the damn thing again, so you just had to throw it away. What, I'm going to go buy that? No, I went out and bought something that was going to be reliable and durable. So, again, the night vision feature on this thing, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite work. You have a small area, I would say the size of either a baseball, almost a softball size, to put on there, because that's the only way you're seeing with these things, if that laser's on there at night. So what do I think about the Night Hero? It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's not worth your money. She wouldn't tell me how much she paid for it. I scoured around, I looked around on the internet, and if she didn't catch a sale, she paid almost $40 for this thing. And that's something that, I told her, next time, just don't do that. Don't buy something gimmicky like that. It was a good gesture. I'll give them a shot here and there and see how it turns out. But, just me thinking about dropping this thing, I don't think it's going to be durable. Again, the laser thing, I'm going to have to be, I'm going to have to like build something on my, my military spec helmet to just have them mounted on my head so I can just, hit that laser and go about with it. You know what I'm saying? because I got to be ready to shoot something. Because once you turn that on, the gig is up. There's no more going back. So again, I just think the Night Hero stuff with their illuminated technology laser thingy, pretty bad idea. Good concept, bad execution. Again, if you're looking for something that's night vision, if you're looking for something to really gain you an edge on critters at night, or maybe protect yourself, a good weapon light will work, and a good pair of nods. That's what I say. Spend the money. Spend the money. Don't go off and buy, trickery like this, because these people don't know what they're doing, and it's just a novelty item. I would give these to like my son, because he's responsible enough not to point this in people's faces and hopefully not blind them. So I'd give it to him, let him fool around with it. He likes taking pictures of animals and stuff, and this would give him a little bit of leg up of looking what walks through and gets a picture on his cell camera. So I don't know, man. Just I don't recommend them. I think they're a gimmick. I think they're almost like a toyish kind of thing. But make sure you give it to a responsible kid. Don't give it to a 4 or 5 year old. Just because a lot of the videos I've watched on this say that this laser has potential of damaging people's eyes. And again, you don't want to damage little critters' eyes, because it's bad enough when they're being, a terror. Now you made them a blind terror, so now they're even more terrifying. So again, I don't believe a lot of this stuff that they say. The binoculars are so-so. The night vision stuff is a joke. So don't go out and buy this stuff. Just don't. Just don't. I mean, if you want to give it for a gift, give it to a gift. But, I mean, just give the person the money. You're better off doing that than giving it to this company. Whatever they're called. What are they called? Bulbhead.com or the Atomic Beam. I've seen the Atomic Beam stuff before, whether they have the flashlights and they run it over with the car once and say, look, it survived. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. That's where I see these things at. They're just not very, it's a poor design. It's a gimmick. And sometimes people fall into the trap of the gimmicky stuff. So that's what I have to say about that. If you don't like this review, there's nothing I can do for you. Go out and buy a pair and waste your money. But if you do like this review, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. I'd like to thank my old and my new subscribers. Just the people that zip through. Greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Share your favorite content, whatever it is, because it's always getting yanked off the internet. And like always, we'll catch you guys on the next one. And we'll find a different product to review.